Hello, welcome back to the field office. Today I am re-reviewing this coat from Billy Reid. Now I first posted on From Tailors with Love regarding this coat about 5 years ago. So this is the Billy Reid Bond Peacoat. Now it's named after the street that Billy Reid resides on in New York, which is Bond Street. Not named after the character of James Bond, but it is quite serendipitous. Anyway, this peacoat I have had since the end of 2012, so I did get it around the same time as the movie. So it is now coming up to 13 years old. So it's a navy wool peacoat. It has a double-breasted 6-button stance. These 3 side buttons are you can do up. You have the internal button. As you can see, it is unlined. What you do have are 2 hand warmer pockets at the chest, sort of the middle button stance, and then you have 2 flat pockets with leather trim on both sides. And you have, if you pop the collar, you can see that there's a little bit of a leather trim on the collar. Now, like I said, this is about 13 years old. I have had a little bit of work done to it. It did, part of it, and I'm trying to remember where, it did come apart, which had to be sewn back on. Now, I think that was at the collar, and I just lost, it was so good that I can't quite remember which part that needed redoing, but part of it did needed sewn back up. Some of the buttons did come off as well, and I think is it this one? Yeah, this one is now a little bit loose, which I'm going to have my tailor look at, and that's because of over the last 2 years I've been carrying a bag with me all the time because of my son. So you never know when you need a nappy. So yeah, I've just had a bag that I've thrown over me, and it's just obviously caught the bag every time I've flung it over my shoulder. So there's a little bit of a casualty of that, but the rest of the coat has stayed quite well together. If I just stand up now, this is a medium, and it works well with, you know, not the Billy Reid, the John Varb. No, it's not even that. I'm getting it all wrong. John Smedley Bobby jumper underneath with a shirt as well. But I have worn this with much thicker knitwear, and it does, you know, it can get a little. I've got a bit of room in here, so I can make it a little bit tauter. It's not as fitted as probably Daniel Craig would like, but it does me quite well. So I've got about a 41 inch chest, so that's done me quite well. Now, the original one, and this one in particular, if I could find the label, this is 100% wool, made in Italy, and the newer versions, I think even about 5 years ago when I reported on this for From Tailors with Love, had a cashmere wool blend, so you can't quite get the same wool one as you could back then, but from memory I had to, you know, get onto a waiting list for this, so I managed to join that quite quickly. But they are now freely available in multiple colours from Billy Reid's website. Now, before putting the camera on and recording, I was looking to see if I could find a stock lister or someone in the UK that stocks them, but I've been unable at this point to find them. But if I am able to find one before I post this video, or as I post this video, I'll put it in the description. But the coat has held up well for over the last 5 years, or at least the last 13 years. I wear it quite regularly in the winter time, early spring, late autumn time. Peacoat is a lovely smart item, but it works. I find I just wear it more as a casual item, which dresses up my casual attire. I don't tend to wear it like this so often. I don't know why, to be honest. Looking at myself in the screen, I'm thinking, yeah, I don't do this that often. I tend to stick with the tradition of a shirt and tie with a suit. I don't tend to add the jumper or a coat like this, but maybe I should revisit this. Yeah, the detailing on the coat is really good. The stitching, the quality of it is superb. There's nothing actually wrong with it at all. After this amount of time, it's held up really well, and I think it really looks quite good. Does have a single vent at the back rather than a double. That's probably more of an American thing than a British thing. I'm not sure about British peacoats if they'd have that, but either way, this peacoat has done me extraordinarily well. So after 13 years, I think it's been a very good investment. Now, originally, I paid around £450 for this, plus whatever import taxes I had to do at that time, which I don't have a record of. Now, currently, and this is where I should have done this beforehand, and I've got that plug in my head of Pete Brooker playing I find a computer indispensable. So looking online now on Reid's website, the price of the wool coat version of the Bond Peacoat, because there are quite a few on there. There are insulated jackets, there are waxed versions of this coat now. So there are quite a few different variants of this. However, the Bond Peacoat in the Melton wool is available for £642. That's not a great increase. Has calf skin leather under the collar and hand warmer chest pockets and genuine horn buttons, so those things have remained the same. I do think though that the navy version that it's showing on the website is a slightly lighter shade of blue than the navy of my jacket here. It is also available in black and in a grey. I mean, it's still available. It's still, I think it's a really versatile jacket. It's definitely something for the Skyfall fans. I think it's a perfect choice for most occasions. It works well for about 6 months of the year, where you've got the especially over the winter months and the cooler spring and autumn. It's great. I would only sort of step up to possibly the Barber or maybe my Alta Sea Royale jacket when it gets significantly colder. But for this, I'm just one of the things I'm trying to do is look into the camera. But what I'm ending up doing is looking at myself and thinking it's just a really nice coat. It looks really, I think it looks good on me. I think it looks really well with my smart casual attire that I've deliberately put on for this video. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to wear this out a little bit more, pairing it with possibly my Dents, now they're called Daniel gloves, maybe the Tetbury boots. I also love wearing this jacket with the Cambry boots in Spectre, but that's another story. Yeah, I mean, this pairs well with a lot of the casual wear from Bond as well. I love wearing this with the Spectre grey knitted jumper from the Alta Sea scenes. The Eyelet boots that you see later in Spectre I think really work well with this coat as well. So you can really mix and match the Bond items with this, because it just works well with the casual and the smart items. Today I've gone with the No Time to Die dark grey tie, as I don't have the screen accurate tie. I haven't gone for the screen accurate shirt because that's somewhere in the wash. But yeah, I'm quite happy with this look. And I can take this bobby jumper and replace it with a different coloured bobby jumper that I've got. It works well with everything. I think having smarter pieces like this allows you to be more versatile with the selection that you've got. So being a navy, it works well with the blacks, it works well with the blues, it works well with the browns. So, you know, mixing and matching this is really, it works well for everything. I don't think you could match it with something that would, well, you probably could, but it's difficult to match it badly, is what I'm going to try and say on this. I've been rambling on for a bit, so hopefully that's helped you. I think, you know, another 5 years since I first reported on this, I think this coat is doing really well, with the exception of this button, which I think needs refastening. It's still serving me well. Thanks very much for watching, and see you next time. Peacoat, like I said, it's a nice it's a nice take this bit out.